We artists may have lost the battle, but we have not lost the war. In the face of technocratic AI that denies us dignity and livelihood, we are only just getting started, believe me. Today, let's count our wounds together, you and I, and then I'll let you know the solution, our very own winning card against artificial intelligence. Stick around until the end of this video and you'll know. Now let me ask you a question first. 3 questions actually. These are questions asked 2 years ago by a survey from the University of Chicago. Do you think AI will decrease job security for artists? Do you? Do you believe it'll encourage new students from going away from art as a career? Do you? Do you agree that AI will decrease general creativity in art? Again, do you? Back then, artists overwhelmingly said yes to all these questions. Back then, would you have said yes or no to these questions? And what about now? Conclusion is quite simple now. The answer is yes. The pain that AI images inflicts on us human artists is unbearable. Listen, when you have a passion, hardly anything short of death can detract you from it. But to quote one of the participants in that survey, AI has made me think about all the years I spent learning art. This is the pain that AI images bring us, that no one else can understand because our art is our soul. We suffer, yes, but though we artists may have lost the battle, we have not lost the war. Most of the new clients of independent artists are found through posting their art online, and the generalized scraping and theft of art by AI has pushed 50% of artists in that survey, remember 2 to 3 years ago, to refrain from posting more art online, losing their main marketing channel. And the betrayal by online platforms has been even more unbearable. Etsy, DeviantArt, ArtStation, websites made rich and successful by the support and hard work of artists, turned their backs on us. Not only did they not protect us, they actually went out of their way to train their own AI models. And we wish they would have fallen as a result. We wish they would have suffered karma's backlash. But 3 years later, the result of their choice has been more money generated through their platforms, but the percentage of money going through human art has gone way down, meaning the revenue for human artists is way down. Meaning more money for them, less money for us. But though we artists may have lost the battle, we have not lost the war. The toughest betrayal, of course, came from those within our ranks. Our bosses, colleagues, friends, and acquaintances seemed not to grieve the death of the concept of the human artist. In fact, they seemed to resent us somehow for our ambition. More artists than I can count have recounted facing this kind of hatred from people who they would have never expected. They seem to resent us for our desire to make a living out of a good, visceral, human impulse, instead of like sitting in an office filling out Excel sheets or whatever. Legislative action has been taken, and yet successful fundraisers, class action lawsuits, and brave figures rising to the occasion like Carla Ortiz have barely tickled the giant. Lobbyists with all the money in the world, of course, counter our every move. And there is, at the root of everything, a suspicion, a great suspicion. Could it be, ask yourself, could it be that our very own governments meant to protect us? With dark designs of surveillance and population control, could it be that they do not wish to protect us from AI? Yes, it could be. But even then, though we artists may have lost the battle, we have not lost the war. There is hope. Yes, there is. 3 years ago, everything was lost. Our 2 options were either to stop advertising online or get mimicked by AI systems. And suddenly, like the sight of a familiar face in a chaotic crowd, we saw among the AI researchers some who were willing to help us, the Glaze people. They made a model that I've covered multiple times on this channel already to save us. And the initial results were good, but the AI beast adapted. It mutated and became resilient to the Glaze. And precisely when we most needed those Glaze people, they vanished. Their researchers simply moved on to other projects. They left us alone to face a furious beast, and so far, we have lost the battle. You don't hear so much about the job loss of artists in mainstream media, but countless stories are found online. Yet I say to you, don't give up. I say you ought to feel galvanized and hopeful that one day we will reclaim our dignity. Before you die, you will stand on the mountaintop. Just because the specific individuals who made the Glaze method seem to have vanished does not mean that it was a dead end, that it could not potentially work. Now, I have worked in AI research, and I will dedicate my time over the next couple months to strive for a comeback of these techniques. First, I'll really break down for you, the artist, how Glaze actually works for an artistic audience, so you will understand at last how it works. You must have heard also that Glaze isn't actually practically usable against AI mimicry attacks, so I'll put it myself to the ultimate test, trying it out in various challenging situations. And I'll show you, believe me, that it's much more effective than the AI bros will have you believe. So you will regain your faith in these methods, and then I'll explore how we could adapt it to the more recent advances in AI, because not much work has been done in these methods in the past 2 years. And lastly, I'll look into solutions to make it more accessible to you, the artist, because you probably don't have the computational resources to run Glaze on your own computer every day before posting. You got other stuff to do. So subscribe now if you want to be part of the journey, because all this will be on my channel within the next couple months. Actually, remember, this won't be just a weekend endeavor. This will be a hard task, and it may take months or even years. But remember, though we artists may have lost the battle, we have not lost the war. And we must do what we can with the resources at our disposal. Subscribe to be part of the journey.